EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the first of two here on this Monday night, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first of two on this Monday night, the Saints and Panthers underway from Charlotte. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Carr going to throw right away. They'll get this out to Kamara. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now 2nd and 5. Going quickly here to Thomas. That one a first down pickup of 8. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Carr now on first down. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And his kick here is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, that was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
On the double.
Young off the play fake. And that's complete to Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well. And I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process. And that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Young off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Carr's throw caught by Olave. There he goes up the right sideline. Spins past him. Chris Olave. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 88 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
On play action, now Carr. Finds his man, that's Olave on the crossing route. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Kamara diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Carr to throw on second down. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Carolina.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 13-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Once again with Sanders. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Sanders diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there was definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Finding room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now a 2nd and 6. Trying the left side with Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to move back in front. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second down, Young. Flush to his right. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a play fake. Carr. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Let's go.
Young on 3rd down. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
His college teammate Garrett Wilson of the Jets won the award, but Chris Olave was very much in contention for Rookie of the Year honors as well. The only other rookie over 1,000 yards last season, he really looked worthy of that number 11 overall pick and a nice first down catch right there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Bobby guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Young, eluding the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
3rd and long for Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Ready, set.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Black Ultra. White. Set.
It'll be Young again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Marcus May with a pick. How about this? And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo, 62 yards. And the Panthers have come back to make it a 2-point game. The Young's going to throw for this. He's brought down. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quality run by Kamara, who's the same dependable and often spectacular back the Saints drafted in 2017. Another season of nearly 900 yards rushing and 500 receiving yards.
Carr completes it. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2nd and 5. Up the middle they go with Sanders. There he goes left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A play fake. Now Young. He's got Mingo. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They go play action. Young. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Ready. 6, mega. 12, 10. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Chris Olave, touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 31 yards. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Okay, right.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Smack, red. Cut.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Young. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Rolling to his right. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. The end result, 21 yards. Now here's Young. That's caught by Mingo right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Gets back. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and in through the air. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Von Bell up to make the tackle. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On second down, here's Carr. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Kamara. To the 43, second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On third down, here's Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10. Young.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's 2nd down. Now Young.
Flushed out right.
Pass complete. Hurst.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark it down at the 39.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of lateral